Welcome to Strange Visions, where reality twists into nightmare.
Tonight, you will witness what should never be seen. Enter if you dare. Today's episode is The Woman of the Mist. The door is open. Will you cross it?
In the heart of Hampshire County, England, where the mist seems to rise from the ground like a silent curse, lies the forgotten Greystone Hollow, a small village of fewer than 700 souls, its dark stone cottages draped in moss. The streets are damp gravel, without a single lamp-post, and the sky appears forever wrapped in grey. In this forgotten hollow, there is a legend, the Mist Woman, said to take away anyone foolish enough to wander into the forest. It is here that Charles Wilton, 69 years old, a former detective with tired eyes and a brown wool jacket worn thin at the elbows, sets foot again after 40 long years. His shoes strike the wet ground like a lazy clock, marking the time of a return he never wished to make. This is the place where Charles lost his wife, Lena Marbury, after she was accused of abducting a teenage girl, an accusation followed by tragedy. Charles was still young when his wife Lena died of depression a month after the tragedy, and ever since, Charles has searched for the truth. Now, something has brought him back to Hampshire. The recent disappearance of a young researcher named Lena Marbury, astonishingly the same name as his late wife, the same profession. The coincidence gnaws at him. The young researcher vanished without a trace. No body, no evidence. She was last seen walking alone into the forest along the Willow Trail. Charles is not a man given to superstition, but neither is he a man who ignores what he sees. During his inquiries, he swears he glimpsed a silhouette near the forest entrance. At the roadside, beside the old well, he sees her again. A motionless woman, wearing a black dress, her back turned, shrouded in thick fog. Charles calls out, no answer. He blinks, and she is gone. The next day, in front of the old school, he sees her for a third time. Same clothing, same silence, but this time she faces him. Her face, undefined, as if the mist were shaping it. The local police claim to have seen nothing. The single shop's security cameras show only emptiness. But Charles knows what his eyes tell him. And then, the nights bring the dreams. He walks endless corridors, hears muffled screams in the wind, and his own voice calling a name, Lena, until he wakes drenched in cold sweat. In the station's basement, Charles finds an abandoned file, records from 1982, when a schoolgirl named Christina Palozzi vanished, after saying she would follow the Mist Woman. Months later, her body was found deep in the forest after a frantic search by locals. The murder of Christina Palozzi shook the county. The murdered teenager, Christina Palozzi, in 1982, was a student at the local school. Rumors about the Mist Woman swirled, but no similar case was ever recorded again until now. By 2025, the village is gripped by fear once more. And then Charles sees her for the fourth time. Watching, something breaks inside him. The sound of an old memory snapping. The sound of an old memory snapping. In the archives, he finds a handwritten note on the back of a file. Lena Marbury, prime suspect in the schoolgirl abduction. Another possible suspect, an unidentified nun. The date is 30 days before his wife's death. All the pain returns in a flood. Reality begins to fracture. He sees his wife's reflection behind him. The mirror no longer mimics his every move. A tremor grips his right hand. The voices of others sound like waterlogged noise. And in the streets, people seem to know something he does not. In one last attempt at clarity, Charles returns to the Willow Trail. The ground is carpeted with soaked leaves. The fog is heavier than ever, and then he sees her, closer than before, younger, radiant. It is his wife. On this fifth encounter, she speaks. "Charles, I came for the truth. I did not abduct the girl who chased the mist woman. Despite all suspicion, it was not me. Yes, I entered the forest that day, but I was not the one. Since my death, I've tried to reach you. I needed to defend myself. Find a nun named Hale Carver. She is alive, living alone in London. She left the convent and lives alone. She was the mist woman, the killer of Christ. As for the other, Lena Marbury, I faked the news of the disappearance of the woman with the same name as me, with the same profession. All the time, it was me, a spectre, a ghost who wants justice. I knew it would draw you here. Find the nun and set me free. Look for the nun so I can go in peace." Then, silence. This becomes Charles's final mission, to clear his wife's name. Charles stubbornly set out to uncover new evidence. Charles went after Mother Hale Carver and found her and got her confession. She had acted out of revenge against the family of the student to whom she was related and had been abandoned by them at a young age. She was the real woman of the mist. Initially, she just wanted to scare the residents. But when she saw Christina Palozzi, she acted in an inhuman and excessive way. The memory of Lena Marbury, his wife, was finally about to be rescued. Yet sometimes, at dusk, when the fog swallows the village, old residents claim to see a woman standing by the well, in a black dress, her eyes distant, and a question on her lips. Has anyone seen the mist woman? Moral: when false accusations stain the living, death may be the only path to redemption. The wronged, even in death, still seek justice, and they deserve it.